Hello my friends and welcome to another Tuesday of tutorial. I am Leonardo Pereznieto and today we will paint northern lights in watercolor. We begin by getting the paper wet. I use a thick brush and fresh water. The paper is already stretched. I'm using one of those watercolor paths that have the sheets already stretched, so that with the water they don't ripple as much. Now we apply the color of the Aurora Borealis, that in this case it is green. Remember that in watercolor you should begin with the light colors and after apply the darker ones. I have placed the path slightly tilted so that the paint can run. Once it is totally dry, we get it wet again to apply the next layer of paint. What I will do next is to lay the dark of the nightly sky, but for now only on the lower part of our painting, because I don't want the dark to run into the green. Good! Now once dry, I flip it over so as to be able to do the other part. Of course I get the paper wet again before dropping the color. Remember that when the watercolor dries, the color becomes lighter than when you applied it. So you may paint it a little bit darker and more intense to compensate. Very good! We apply this other part in such a way that the green will be in the middle, in between the two darks. It will be a green light that illuminates the darkness of the sky. The northern lights are amazing, or so they say. I actually have never seen one myself. I think you can only see them when you are close to one of the Earth's poles. It is an incredible light show produced by collisions between electrically charged particles released by the sun that enter the Earth's atmosphere and collide with gases such as oxygen and nitrogen. It is definitely on my wish list of things that I want to do this life. Alright, I want the colors of this painting a little bit more intense. I will apply another layer of the dark color that in fact it is a mix of black and indigo blue, which is a dark blue. And I also reinforce the green with different tones, on one side more yellowish and the other one more bluish. I do not apply them flat, but rather like on stripes, leaving a lighter tone in the middle. Once it dries, I flip back the path to the right position. And we paint some distant hills that, as it is at night, they look really dark. By the way, I will upload a long version of this video, a lot slower and with a lot more explanation, to my Patreon account, in case you want to subscribe. The link is in the information below the video. Once it dries, I do another layer to the hills, but just to the first plane, to give the illusion that there are different layers. And now the most fun part. Using an old toothbrush, I sprinkle white paint to produce the stars, previously covering the hills so as to not get stars into them. We want a starry sky and not starry hills. I love doing this. The list of materials, by the way, is also in the information below the video. Good, let's take off the cover and it's ready! If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, share it to your friends and subscribe to fine art tips and to Patreon. You know where to follow me, the links are below. And I will see you on Tuesday.